What's going on, everybody? Welcome to After Prison Show, and today is day number 15 of our 20-day prison story marathon. And in this video, I want to tell you a story about the nicest thing that a cellmate ever did for me. I know that already sounds a little sketchy, and I can promise you, whatever you're thinking right now, that's not it. So yeah, I want to tell you a prison story about the nicest thing that a cellmate ever did for me. And just thinking about me saying this, I mean, it almost sounds like a complete contradiction to anything that you would imagine about doing time, being in prison, or just being locked up in general. Not very often would you ever think to associate a nice thing with prison. Nice thing, prison. It doesn't seem to go together. And you know, if you're thinking that, you're absolutely right. Because while locked up, very rarely, in fact, it might only happen once or it might not happen at all, will something happen that you'll consider a nice thing. So, you know, when things like that do happen, it's going to be kind of hard to forget those moments. And, you know, just to throw this out there as well, you could be locked up and somebody could offer to do a very nice thing for you. And it might not exactly be something that you want. And, you know, just to go ahead and throw this out there, I mean, while you're locked up, there will be guys who will offer to do nice things for you or to you. But those might not exactly be things that you really want. Whew, I'm sorry. I just had a really bad flashback. Let's just go ahead and get on with this prison story. You know, while locked up, you'll meet all sorts of people that you will be forced to be around all the damn time. You'll be around these people more than you'll ever be around anybody else in your life, as Yanni said in a previous video, that could not have been put any better. And with the fact that the majority of those people that you will be forced to be around are going to guaranteed be people that you don't want to be around. You will, however, meet people that you actually do like, that you can kick it with, that you can do time with, and as we like to say here in the good old state of Virginia, that you can bid with. And saying that you can bid with someone just simply refers to the fact that you can do time with. Those type of people help to make doing time better in whatever regard that they do so. Whether you watch TV with these people, work out with these people, eat with these people, make prison meals together with these people, play sports together. I mean, the list really could go on forever in terms of how you can bid with somebody that you become cool with while locked up. And throughout most of my adult life that I spent locked up, of course, I met certain people from time to time that I could actually bid with. And one of those such people is somebody that I'm going to be telling you about in this video who did what I consider to be the kindest thing that a cellmate ever did for me ever. And to be honest with you, this is somebody that I've talked about a little bit in the past. However, never mentioning this story that I'm about to tell you about in this video. But this guy's name was Kenny, or K-Dog, or K-Weaver, or as I like to refer to him as, and the nickname that I gave to him, Sunshine. Joe, you were calling a guy Sunshine while locked up? That sounds a little sketchy. You're probably right, it does. But that's what I called him. Hey, good morning, Sunshine. Nice to see you finally getting up. I used to call this guy Sunshine. And you know, just give you a little better idea of what old K-Weaver, old Sunshine looked like for those of you who may not be familiar. Check out this old mean mug prison picture me and Kenny took together. We're looking like some stone cold savages in this picture, and my God, I just look absolutely ridiculous. I gotta let you know that while taking pictures in prison, I had a tough time trying to take what I consider to be a cool picture. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the fact that there was always 100 other guys standing back there waiting to take their pictures as well and laughing at me the entire time I would be taking a picture. Damn, Joe, you look goofy as a motherfucker! And taking pictures in prison was probably one of like 1 million different things that probably caused me to have the anxiety issues that I do today. But yeah, this picture, this is me and old K-Weaver. K-Dog, or as I like to refer to him as, Sunshine. Now, you know, when you find somebody that you can do time with and that person is your cellmate or your bunkie or just somebody in close proximity to where you're housed at while locked up, that's like a double bonus right there in itself. Because one of the worst things about serving time, I have to assure you, is being housed in a cell or having a bunkie that you absolutely cannot stand. And I can't even begin to tell you how many different bunkies and cellmates I had just like that. But we'll have to tell that story another time, and probably during the conclusion of this 20-day prison story marathon. However, OK Weaver, K-Dog, Mr. Sunshine, me and this guy, we were bunkies. He had the top bunk, and I slept on the bottom bunk. And when you're in such close proximity with somebody that you really kick it with, somebody that you consider a good prison friend, not that kind of friend neither, but somebody who just overall helps to make the time that you have to serve better, one such way that they do so is by helping you through the rough times that you are guaranteed to go through while locked up. Because in all reality, you guys are gonna be probably all you have. Most people who are serving time do not have a lot, if any, outside support. They're not making phone calls, they're not getting visits or letters or anything like that, or having any kind of contact with the free world. So again, in a lot of cases, you guys are all you have. You're gonna be around this person more than you've ever been around anybody in your life. And this is something that I consider can help make friendships that last forever. Because think about your best friend that you have out here in the free world. Do you see that person every single day? Maybe you do. Do you see that person 24 hours a day? Do you live with that person, sleep with that person, shit with that person, eat with that person, shower with that person? Are you around your best friend that damn much? If you are, there's a fucking problem with that. I'm just gonna tell you, that's not normal. Well, when me and old Kenny first became cool, he had just moved into the cell with me. We ended up sharing a bunk together, and we slowly over time got to know each other and became like really good friends. And with this, I had a fair amount of outside support at this time. I actually had a prison girlfriend during this time, and she was really helping to make my time better. But old Kenny, he had absolutely zip, zero, nada. And to be honest with you, I felt bad for this guy because he was a really good dude, somebody that I was becoming really good friends with, and I hated to see him locked up in this situation with absolutely nothing. So because of that, I would always take it upon myself to try to help to make his time more easy. During this time, I had a really lucrative prison hustle selling prison porn pictures that we were getting into the prison, not like actual prison porn. I mean, that would be pretty disgusting, actually. So with this hustle, I was making a ton of money in prison. And when I talk about money inside of prison, I'm just referring to commissary items. My lockers during this time stayed full. I'm talking about filled to the max. My floor locker filled up, my wall locker filled up. I mean, during this time, old Joe, he was doing pretty damn good in prison. And because I was doing so good and because Kenny was such a good friend to me, I always made sure Kenny was okay. I allowed Kenny to do what not very many other prisoners would do for any other prisoners. I mean, some would, but I would tell Kenny, I say, hey, if you need anything, just go get it out of my locker. If you want some coffee, if you want something to eat, some chips, something to snack on, just go get it. And every single night we would make prison meals together and also watch whatever TV show we were watching on whatever day of the week that it was. And I can assure you that Monday through Sunday, we had a full primetime TV lineup. And with everything that I'm telling you about right here, I mean, this is the epitome of what it means to do time or to bid with someone. I would tell Kenny about all of the plans that I had for the future, everything that I wanted to get released from prison and attempt to do. During this time, I was also working on the blog, and Kenny thought that this was like the most amazing thing ever. So during this time, it would mostly be me trying to encourage Kenny because Kenny would get depressed. I mean, who the hell wouldn't get depressed when you're locked up in a prison and you have absolutely nothing? Believe me, I had experienced that myself personally, doing 4 years completely alone, cut off from the world, no phone calls, visits, letters, anything. I knew exactly what it was like to feel completely alone while locked up. And a lot of the times it would be really easy to tell when Kenny was going through it or when he was depressed because he would spend a lot of time laid up in that top bunk that he had with not only his sheet but also his blanket pulled up over his head, not wanting to get out of that bunk and do anything. And during these times I would knock on that bunk. Hey, sunshine, go ahead and get up out that bunk, man. Let's go ahead and make us a prison meal. I mean, I would try to do anything I could to help this dude through the rough times. And on the flip side of the coin and vice versa, Kenny would try to do the same for me because even though I had it a little bit better than Kenny had it, don't get me wrong, I was still locked up my damn self and battling my own demons inside of my head. So there were certainly times when old Joe, he was going through it too, and he was depressed. And one of those times in particular, which ends up leading to the nicest thing that a cellmate ever did for me, was right around the time of my birthday. You know, a lot of people ask me, what is it like to spend a birthday locked up? And the easiest way I can explain it is, It's depressing. And this one birthday in particular was certainly no exception to that. Because while locked up and on your birthday, you think about everything. You think about the fact that, damn, I am another year older and I've spent this many damn years already locked up and I haven't amounted to shit in my life. And times that by about 1,000 other thoughts that are gonna flood your mind at the same damn time. What is the rest of the world doing out there? What is my family doing? Are they even thinking about me? Do I even deserve to have them think about me? I mean, I'm really nothing. And yet, it's my damn birthday. This should be a good day. So to say that I was super depressed on this day is a major understatement. I mean, every birthday that I spent locked up usually started out as the worst day ever to be locked up. Because you wake up in the morning, oh, yep, still in prison. Except today is my damn birthday. And with those thoughts being the first thing that you will think about when waking up on your birthday, it's gonna be a pretty miserable start to that day. And during this time, I had my painting job in the prison, so I grabbed my painting supplies and ended up going to work trying to get my mind off of the fact that it was my birthday, however, having no damn luck at all. I'm sitting here painting little pictures all over the prison of little happy trees and all. Shit, that's kind of ironic. I've got the Bob Ross shirt on today. But I'm painting these little pictures all over the prison trying to keep my mind off of my birthday, and I can't do it at all. In fact, that is the only thing that I'm thinking about. Damn, it's my birthday. Sad times for sure. I ended up going back to the cell block during lunchtime, not expecting anything at all, and could not be prepared for what I consider to be the nicest thing that a cellmate ever did for me. I got back to my bunk and I saw laying on my bunk there was this folded up piece of paper. I didn't know if this was a love letter from somebody who wanted to rendezvous with me in the showers later. I was ready to take my plastic prison spork and start sharpening that on the ground as I was unfolding this letter. But I end up unfolding this piece of paper, and this is what it was. This crazy thing that you're looking at right here that doesn't look like much of anything, this is a prison birthday card that old K-Weaver, K-Dog, Kenny, Mr. Sunshine had made for me. And you know, as sketchy as this may appear to be, I mean, this act of kindness right here was by far the nicest damn thing that ever happened to me while I was locked up. Kenny had no money whatsoever. It wasn't even like he could go buy me a $1 prison birthday card from commissary. But this guy actually took the time to put this together for me. And even though what's written on here may seem a little crazy, you got to imagine that while locked up, guys will laugh and joke and try in whatever way they can to make the time a little better. So this prison-made birthday card that Kenny put together for me is a perfect example of trying to do just that. Happy B-Day, Jay. Sorry this pool was the only thing that I got you this year. Hope it fits, buddy. Look into my eyes, not my pipe. You're a great dude, Jay. You have a mindset that can take you anywhere. Free JG, your homeboy, Sunshine. And again, as sketchy as all of that may sound, I gotta be completely honest with you. When I saw this absolute kind gesture, this thing that I consider to be the nicest thing that anyone had ever done for me while locked up in a non-ulterior motive type of way, I mean, this damn near almost brought fucking tears to my eyes. You don't meet a lot of good people while locked up. It's prison, for God's sake, and it's here where the worst of the worst is gonna be. However, you will meet a handful of people you consider very decent, even people who become good friends and people that you can do time with and bid with. And one thing that those type of people you meet can do is definitely help make the time that you have to spend in a place like prison a hell of a lot better, even on your damn birthday. Hey, look, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did so, please leave a like and a comment letting me know exactly what you thought about it. As always, until next time, enjoy life, the free world, never take a moment for granted, and make the most of every day. Peace!